ladies and gentlemen, this is Learning Fast. Aha ni kuri Vuba, Icyongereza. We teach you in a way that helps you learn and start speak what you're learning. Today we are going to learn some collocations. We are going to learn collocations with get. Uyu munsi isomo tugiye kwa twiga ni iryo twita collocations. You can ask yourself, what is collocations? Ushobora kuba wakwibaza ngo collocation ni iki? Ubundi collocation, it's a combination of two words or more than two words that goes together. Abari amagambo abiri cyangwa se ashobora kuba yanarenga n'abiri aba agenda hamwe. That is what we call collocation. So in English we have a lot of collocations. Now today we are going to be learning collocations with get. None uyu munsi tugiye kuba twiga collocations zikomoka kuri get cyangwa se amagambo aba ajyanye na get akagenda ari kumwe. That is what we are going to be learning. Abene gihugu cyangwa se abanyamerika n'abongereza baba zikoresha cyane ariko. So that's why you need to know them. Get familiar with them so that when they use them you will understand what they are saying. But before we dive into the lesson of today, I want to let you know that it is possible that it might be your first time to be on this channel. We have books. Byashoboka yuko bwaba aribwo bwa mbere ugeze kuri channel tugufitiye ibitabo by'Icyongereza Twagufasha. We have a dialogue book, dufitiye igitabo kirimo ibiganiro by'Icyongereza n'Ikinyarwanda and 100 dialogues. Ibiganiro 100. Tukagira n'ikindi gitabo kirimo English grammar. Bango ni ikibonezamvugo cy'Icyongereza n'Ikinyarwanda, ndetse dufite n'ibitabo birimo inyunguramagambo, vocabulary z'Icyongereza n'Ikinyarwanda, page 600. Tukagira n'ikindi gitabo kirimo phrasal verbs, idioms n'izi collocations zikaba ziba zirimo. Noneho tukagira n'ikindi gitabo kirimo interuro 2000 z'Icyongereza n'Ikinyarwanda. So if you need any book among these, just let us know. Something else, if you are in USA, Canada, Europe, or any part of the world and you feel like you want to improve your English, do not hesitate to contact us on 078 029 3112. Ubaye uri muri Canada, muri Europe ndetse n'ahandi hose ukaba wifuza kwiga Icyongereza, ntutinde kuduhamagara kuri 080 29 312. We are here at your service. Twe turi hano kugira ngo tugukorere service nziza, tukwigishe neza. Niba ukeneye igitabo nacyo kikugereho neza. That is it. And my friend, if you feel like you want to support the channel, wumva ushaka gutera inkungi channel, if you are abroad, ubaye uri kota amasimbi wakoresha nimero yacu ukatugezaho inkunga itugeraho neza cyane. Cyangwa se wumva ushaka gukoresha Momo Pay, uri hano mu Rwanda irahari, wayikoresha and ibintu bigakomeza bikagenda neza cyane. Ukaba ushobora no kuba wasangiza iri somo abantu utekereza yuko bakeneye kuba bamenya Icyongereza. Share the lesson, that is even a great support. No gusangiza isomo nabyo ni inkunga ikomeye cyane. So let's dive into the lesson that I've prepared for you. Reka dutangire noneho isomo naguteguriye uyu munsi. Alright, now let's start. We are going to start with get around. What does get around mean? Get around bisobanura iki? Get around bisobanura to travel, gutembera ahantu, or to circulate. Okay, kwagira ahantu ukaba watembera, that is what we call travel. Okay, get around. Now let's see the examples. You know that when I'm teaching I like to use the examples. Yo nigisha nkunda gukoresha ingero so that you understand and be able to use what I'm teaching you, kugira ngo wumve usobanukirwe umenye no gukoresha ibyo mba nkwigisha. Alright, now let's see the example. You can say it's not easy to get around the city of Kigali without a map. It's not easy to get around the city of Kigali without a map. Ntabwo byoroshye kuhatembera mu mujyi wa Kigali udafite ikarita. So niba utekereza yuko gutembera mu mujyi wa Kigali udafite ikarita bishoboka, so then you can say it's easy. It's easy to get around the city of Kigali without a map. Kandi nge, that is even what I believe. It's easy to get around the city of Kigali without a map. Biroroshye kuhatembera mu mujyi wa Kigali udafite ikarita. Now let's see the next collocation of get. Next one is get angry. Get angry means to become angry. Kurakara, that is get angry. Okay, you can say, for example, his father got angry when Mike scratched his car. Bivuze ngo se yararakaye ubwo Mike yashwaraturaga imodoka ye. His father got angry when Mike scratched his car. Now let's see another one. Another one on the list is get away. Get away, it means escape. Gutoroka, that is get away. You can say get away or get away, it's okay, which means escape. Bisobanura mu Kinyarwanda gutoroka, escape, that is get away. Now let's see the example. You can say the robbers got away before the police arrived. Ibisambo cyangwa se abajura baratorotse mbere yuko polisi yagera. The robbers got away before the police arrived. Next collocation is get clacking. Get clacking, it means start doing something. Get clacking. Example, I can say you better get clacking, otherwise you are going to be late. Bya byiza utangiye kuba wagenda, bitabaye ibyo uri buze gukererwa. You better get clacking, otherwise you're gonna be late. Okay, that is get clacking. Another example, we should get clacking about this lesson. If we don't, we not understand it. Bya byiza dutangiye isomo nitutabikora ntabwo tuzaryumva. We should get clacking on this lesson, otherwise we not understand it. Next one is get better. Get better, it means to improve healthily. Kugenda ugira ubuzima bwiza. For example, sometimes you might get sick. Birashoboka yuko ushaka kuba warwara. Noneho mu gihe uri koroherwa, that is what we call get better. Okay, you can even tell someone, a friend of yours, get better soon. Uri kumwifuriza kuba yakira vuba vuba cyangwa se kuba indwara yarangira vuba bidatinze, uravuga ngo get better soon. Kwifurije gukira vuba cyangwa se mu Kinyarwanda byo twita ngo urware ubukira. Get better soon. Next one is get cold feet. Get cold feet bisobanura to hesitate to do something or to stop. Hesitate to do something, it means kuba ugiye gukora ikintu ukaba utahita ugikora. Hari igihe mba ngiye gutangira isomo nkavuga ngo do not hesitate to contact us. Ntutinde kuba waduhamagara cyangwa se ntujijinganye kuba waduhamagara. That is, do not hesitate to contact us. Then if I say don't get cold feet, I mean don't hesitate. Don't get cold feet to contact us. Don't hesitate to contact us. Okay, now let's see the other example. You can say Peter wanted to join a competition. Peter wanted to join competition, but at last minute he got cold feet. Ariko ku munota wa nyuma yatangiye kujijinganya. But at last minute he got cold feet. That is get cold feet. Next collocation on the list is get dark. What does it mean? Get dark, it means to become nightfall. Ni igihe ijoro riba riguye. That is what we call get dark. Okay, let's see example. Urugero twavuga ngo it's getting dark, let's leave. Buri kwira reka tugende. it's getting dark, or it's getting dark, getting or getting, it's getting dark, let's leave. It's getting dark, let's leave. Buri kwira, reka tugende. Let's see the other example. You can say, we went home because it was getting too dark. We went home because it was getting too dark. Twagiye imuhira kubera yuko bwari buri kwira cyane. We went home because it was getting too dark. The next one on the list is get divorced. Get divorced, it means to end marriage. That is get divorced. Nukuba wahagarika mariage. You were married to someone and then you want to separate. That is what you call get divorced. Okay, and even get married, it means now tying the knot with someone else. Okay, get divorced ni ugutandukana n'uwo mwashakanye. That is get divorced. Example, you can say Julia and Tom are getting divorced next week. Julia and Tom are getting divorced next week. Julia na Tom bagiye gutandukana mu cyumweru gikutaha. Julia and Tom are getting divorced next week. Now let's see the other example. I think it's a good idea that you both get divorced. I think it's a good idea that you both get divorced. Byaba ari igitekerezo cyiza mwembi muhanye gatanya. The next one is get excited. Get excited means become very happy. That is get excited. Okay, you can say they got excited to see me. Barishimye cyane kumbona. They got excited to see me. Barishimye cyane kumbona. Okay, another example, urundi rugero rwa kabiri twavuga ngo the children got excited when they heard the news. The children got excited when they heard the news. Abana barishimye bumvishe inkuru. Children dushobora kuba twahina tukagira children. The children got excited when they heard the news. Abana barishimye bumvishe inkuru. The children got excited when they heard the news. That is it. Next on the list is get an idea. Get an idea, it means to have an idea. Kugira igitekerezo, like you want some idea about business. It can come in your mind, and then that is get an idea, which means thinking of something. Kuba watekereza ku kintu, that is get an idea. I can ask you, did you get an idea? Okay, did you think about it and come up with something that we can use? Did you get an idea? Another example, you can say, I've got an idea. How about we let them leave before? Nabonye igitekerezo wabareka bakagenda mbere. I've got an idea. How about we let them leave before? That is it. So simple, my friend. Now let's see another one. Another one on the list is get a job. Get a job, it means find a work. Okay, you can tell you young man, why don't you go out and get a job? Kuki utajya hanze ukajya gushaka akazi? Why don't you go out and get a job? Another example, when I graduate, I'm going to do my best and get a job. Nindangiza maze gukora graduation, nzakora ibishoboka mbona akazi. Next one on the list is get permission. Get permission, it's be allowed to do something. Kuba wabona uruhushya rwo gukora ikintu, that is get permission. Get permission or get permission, it's the same, that is get permission. Okay, be allowed to do something. You have to get permission to use my book. Ugomba kubona uburenganzira utuma wakoresha igitabo cyanjye. You have to get permission to use my book, or you have to get permission to copy my book. Okay, ugomba kubanza wabona uburenganzira kugira ngo ube wakoporora igitabo cyanjye. That is get permission. Next example, urugero rwa kabiri twavuga ngo did you get permission to enter? Did you get permission to enter? Ese mwabonye uruhushya rwo kwinjira? Did you get permission to enter? Next one is get ready. Get ready, it means to prepare, kwitegura. That is get ready. Example, get ready, we are getting late. Mwitegure turi gukererwa. Get ready, we are getting late. Ufite nk'abana mu rugo bagiye kujya ku ishuri, ushaka kubabwira ngo it's time to get ready for school. It's time to get ready for school. Igihe cyo kwitegura kuba twajya ku ishuri kirageze, cyangwa se kuba mwajya ku ishuri kirageze. It's time to get ready for school. Next one is get rid of. Get rid of, it means eliminate. Hari abantu bavuga ngo off. No, this of ntabwo tuvuga off, we say of. Get rid of. Get rid of. Get rid of, it means to eliminate, to remove. Wakuraho ikintu, that is what we call get rid of. Example, you can say, let's get rid of everything we don't use. Let's get rid of everything we don't use. Reka ibintu byose tudakoresha tubyigizeyo. Let's get rid of everything we don't use. Okay? Next one is get the message. Get the message means receive the message, kwakira ubutumwa. You can ask someone, did you receive my message? Ese wakiye ubutumwa bwanjye? In other words, you can say, did you get my message? Ese wakiye ubutumwa bwanjye? Did you get my message? Then you can say, sure I did. Yego ntabwo wakiye. No I didn't. Oya ntabwo nigeze nakira. Sure I did. No I didn't. Not only this get the message, it can mean to understand something, to understand the message, to understand what you are being told. Kumva icyo uri kubwirwa. Example, do you get the message? Ese message irimo uri kuyumva? Do you get the message? I think I do. Ntekereza ko ndi kuyumva. Okay, if you understand what you're being told, niba uri kumva ibyo uri kubwirwa, you can say yes I do. Yego ndi kubyumva, cyangwa se I think I do. Ntekereza ko ndi kubyumva. Next one on the list is get move on. Get move on, it means to hurry up. Get move on, hurry up. For example, you can say you better get move on, otherwise you miss the bus. You'd better get move on, otherwise you miss the bus. Bya byiza wihuse bitabaye ibyo uribuze kubura bisi. You'd better get move on, otherwise you miss the bus. Next one is get a moving. Get a moving, it means start doing something. Gutangira gukora igikorwa. That is get moving. That is starting something. That is get moving. Example, you can say the traffic is terrible these days. The traffic is terrible these days. Traffic imeze nabi iyi minsi. The traffic is terrible these days. Let's get moving. Reka dutangire kuba twagenda. Let's get moving. Next one is get nowhere. Get nowhere, it means not succeeding. Niba uri gukora ikintu ntigitera imbere, you can say how is the business? Business imeze ite? Ukamusubiza ngo it's getting nowhere. Wapi nta kigenda. It's getting nowhere. It's not succeeding. Ntabwo biri gucamo. It's getting nowhere. And then iyi reka tutujyanisha n'indi ivuga get somewhere. Get somewhere biba bivuze yuko you are succeeding. Okay, if someone asks you how is the business, then you can respond saying it's getting somewhere, which means it is succeeding. Okay, I'm getting something out of my business. Okay, then you can say it's getting somewhere. Next one is get on with. Get on with, it means to continue. Get on with, continue. Example, you can say shh, keep quiet and get on with your homework. Ceceka ukomeze umukoro wawe. Keep quiet and get on with your homework. Next one on the list is get out of. Get out of or get out of, it means to avoid to something. Kuba wa sunika ikintu ntugikora ukagishyira ku ruhande, that is get out of. Example, you can ask, if you are a lady, you can ask, why do your husband get out of doing the dishes? Kubera iki abagabo mwirengagiza kuba mwakoza amasahani? Why do your husband get out of doing the dishes? Next one is get started. Get started means begin doing something. That is get started. You can say now let's get started. You know, when I'm teaching, most of the times when I'm going to start the lesson, I say now let's get started. When I say now let's get started, it means now let's begin the lesson. Okay, now let's get started. So if you hear me saying now let's get started, I want to say now let's begin the lesson. Next one is get the sack. Get the sack means lose your job. Lose your job, kutakaza akazi kawe, nibyo twita get the sack. Example, he was caught stealing, so he got the sack. He was caught stealing, so he got the sack. Yafashwe ari kwiba, ibyo byatumye yirukanwa. He was caught stealing, so he got the sack. This one is get there. Get there, it means arrive somewhere. Get there. You can say we are about to get there. If you say we are about to get there, it means we are about to arrive there. Tugiye kuhagera. We are about to get there. We are about to arrive there. Tugiye kuba twahagera. Next one is get together. Get together, it means to meet, kuba mwahurira ahantu hamwe, that is get together. Example, we are gonna get together next week. Tuzahurira hamwe mu cyumweru gitaha. We are gonna get together next week. Oh, when are you guys gonna get together? Mwe muzahura ryari? The next one is get upset. Get upset, it means to become angry or become upset, kurakara. Example, you can say when you tease him, he gets upset. Iyo umusereje ararakara. When you tease him, you get upset. Okay, there's some people like that, but for me, if you tease me, this is me. I know that nothing is gonna change, but sometimes it is possible that I'm going to be upset, but it doesn't last long. Next one is get used to. Get used to, no kumenyera ikintu. Get used to, or be accustomed to something. Kuba wamenyera ikintu, that is what we call get used to. Now, example, you can say if you keep listening to English, you will get used to it. Nukomeza kumva Icyongereza uzabimenyera. If you keep listening to English, you will get used to it. Now, this is it. Now, I want to wish you a wonderful night. I love you guys. See you next time. And if you feel like you want to share the lesson to someone who you know wants to learn English, please do so. And again, if you feel like you want to support the channel, just use our number 078-029-3112, or you can use MomoPay. I love you. See you next time.